Hi everybody, welcome to the foil reviews. Today, the Levitaz Cruizer. The Cruizer is Levitaz's large wing, light wind, beginner, freeride, strapless, so all-round big winged foil. The huge area on this front wing gives it a very low stall speed, makes it super stable, and makes it very easy for people to get up in light winds and also learn to foil with. So, what do you get when you buy this foil? Obviously, you get the foil. This foil has a very specific construction: carbon wings, carbon mast, stainless steel fuselage. The fuselage gets put through the mast, the front wing slots on, this stainless steel cap goes on top, and you have 4 screws for the front that secure everything, 2 for the wing, 2 to secure the fuselage to the mast, and then you have the back wing with 2 screws on there. All the hardware is M6, obviously 2 shorter M6 screws for the tail and a little bit longer M6 screws for the front. You also get this carry bag. It's quite nice. On the side, you have a section for the fuselage, actually 2 fuselages if you wanted to, and diverse other things. Inside the bag, you have, inside the bag, you've got a little baggie for your tools, etc., etc. Very important, you get this zinc paste from Loctite. You're gonna have to put those on the screws, or else your screws might start loosening. Also, it stops any reaction. Even though stainless steel is stainless steel, it shouldn't react, but this will definitely protect it from seizing. They also give you a full, comprehensive manual. Yeah. This is long. Yeah. You actually can put for registering, you can put your barcode labels in here that come off the foils. Yeah, quite cool. Very, very European that. You have a lot of instructions, how to set up your foil, where to put it on there for the different ones. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an instruction booklet this comprehensive for a foil delivered with any brand. Okay, let's get into the specs. All right, first of all, the big wing has 63 centimeter span and a 19 centimeter chord. All right, this is a very big wing. The rear wing has 38 centimeter span and a 7 centimeter chord. The distance between the trailing edge of the front wing to the leading edge of the back wing is 49 centimeters, and the total length of the fuselage, including the nose of the foil, is 77 centimeters. The mast, if you measure it from the plate all the way to the bottom of the foil, is actually 97 centimeters. The foil weighs just above 4 kilos. And that is actually very close to most aluminum foils you can get on the market nowadays. And now you're wondering, why would a carbon foil weigh this much? Well, it does come down to the fact that it has a stainless steel shaft. The bonus of this, it's super stiff, it is very strong, you're not likely to bend this or anything like that. However, it is heavy. That is the one drawback of having a pure stainless steel rod. Another bonus I forgot to mention, it will not suffer from galvanic corrosion when it comes into contact with stainless steel screws, as obviously stainless steel to stainless steel will not have a galvanic corrosion reaction. Build quality wise, it's okay. It's middle of the road. There are a few pinholes, slight issues on it. One thing I didn't quite like was the fact that the logos that are printed on, they go quite far down, and as it's only a screen print that is printed on, it will start flaking off. And when that happens, as you can see on this L here, you will start getting ventilation problems, and you will probably need to sandpaper it off. Yeah, I mean, it's a cosmetic issue. In theory, they could have made the logo a bit smaller, but there it is. In general, the finish is super nice and shiny. All the parts fit together perfectly well. Yep, as with normal carbon construction, there are small dents and pinholes in it, like from any other manufacturer, from carbon parts also. When it comes to stiffness, the mast is quite soft compared to other carbon foils on the market. For a free ride foil, that's fine. However, you will notice that flexibility when you start trying to push it really fast. Anything over 20 knots, I found got a little bit uncomfortable, also because the big wing works harder on the mast. With the torsion and the flexion of the mast, you start getting a bit uncomfortable because the foil starts moving. So how does it ride? Obviously, having a large wing like this, it has a very low stall speed, so it gets you up and going with very little speed, with very little power. This is a really fun foil to ride underpowered. It really glides through the maneuvers. It is very stable in the maneuvers. The pitch stability is excellent on it. When it comes to pitch resistance, that's the one thing that's also quite interesting with the Levitaz foils. There isn't a lot of pitch resistance to your controls. So for heavy-footed riders, you will need to get used to that, as you can change pitch very easily compared to other sort of beginner foils, which are very, very stiff in that pitch resistance. The roll resistance is sort of medium in the road. It's very, very neutral. It will stay straight, but when you need it to turn, it will turn. Obviously, the large wing needs quite a large turning radius, so don't expect to do a super tight, fast turn on this foil. It needs slightly larger radiuses, as the wing is a very large span and has quite a lot of area. Doing tricks like rodeos, 360s, etc., it's very cool. You can go into the maneuvers very slow. It's very easy to track in the maneuvers. In that sense, it's a super fun foil to ride. Doing nice large carves and everything, that's great too. You wouldn't expect this foil to be as fun carving, as it has that very large front wing, but it carves a lot better than I expected it would. And yes, if you're in small waves, this will be a nice foil to get on the wave, carve on the wave, and so on. Just remember, in large waves, you might have the issue that you won't be able to turn as fast, as tight as you need to recover the kite if you're actually going down a steep face. One thing that's pretty amazing about the large front wing is that it isn't super slow. You can push it to a little bit higher speeds. For a large wing like this, usually you will top out 15, 16 knots on most sort of beginner setups. This, as the profile is actually quite thin, you can actually get into the 20s, mid-20s, if your skill warrants it. However, as I mentioned before, with the mast being relatively soft, you will start getting movement in the foil as you're doing that. It just does not feel that comfortable when you push it into those, but the wing can actually go into there. If you actually had a high modulus mast from Levitaz on there, you can probably push it into a very high speed area, which for a large wing, as I said, is pretty good. So what's the foil really good for? Well, for people starting out as their first foil after a course, that's great. For people who really want to push into super low wind, excellent. It gets going super early, but still is fun for an advanced rider because it has a lot of speed potential. For the strapless freestyle guys, you know, for 360s, rodeos, all those type of tricks, it's a great foil for that. I did find it a little bit difficult to get strapless tacks on it because it has a very different timing to the foils I'm used to. But in the end, you can still do tricks like that, even though high aspect wings or smaller wings tend to go through the wind a bit easier. But foiling jives, 360s, all these things were very easy on this foil. The Levitaz foils are at the very high end of cost for even for carbon foils. You do get a full package with a bag, tools, very good instructions, and their service is one of the best in the world. You call them up, you have a problem, bang, they will replace it. I actually had a problem with the first mast they sent me, and they had the new mast out to me here on Fuerteventura within 3 or 4 days. So they're really good at that. If you have any problems with your foil, you can expect Levitaz will be in contact very quickly and sort you out. I hope this review helped you. Again, if you like the content, if these reviews help you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. If you want to be notified, you should click on the notification bell at the top. That way you'll get a notification every time we upload a new video. All right, have fun, see you on the water, rock on.